Since romance is in the air this month, after church today, we thought we'd invite one of our favorite couples over to talk relationship and to join us in a fun couples project. Hello guys, I actually have guests today. I have friends over, and I know you guys haven't met my husband. I don't usually have him on camera, but this is my husband of almost 28 years, Toni Daniel. And that's right, his name is Toni also. But I also have some really good friends of ours, Carlos and Katherine Green. Now, Carlos and Katherine Green have been our friends for many years. Yes. They live in our community. They're our neighbors. We do community work together. We fellowship together. In fact, we just came from fellowship. Yes. And I got to tell you, this couple does so much for the community, for our children, for we have a really great community here, and mainly because of you guys. Oh. I feel so blessed to be in a community with you guys, because they work really hard on everything, and I can't even tell you how much stuff they do. But other than that, not only are they good friends of ours, they are relationship coaches. So I thought I'd invite them over, since Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and to give you great tips. They have really great packets. They have books, and they do a lot to keep relationships and their marriage going. They've been married for over 20 years. So I want to turn it over to you guys and just give us some tips that will help us in our relationships, because I really think that to make your house a home is really important, to have a good relationship with the people that you love.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Toni and Toni. Again, we're Carlos and Katherine Green of Power Couples Rock. And the reason why we actually have our ministry in marriage or relationship coaching is we want to build a collective community of married couples by implementing purposeful pathways so that we can build masterful marriages. And I'm so excited with what you said, Toni. In order to build a true home, you've got to have solid relationships in your home.
Absolutely.
Katherine and I actually built our relationship on, you talked about non-negotiables. We actually have 3 to 4 non-negotiables in our relationship. And that first non-negotiable is that divorce would not ever be a part of our vocabulary. Yes. We feel like that is extremely important for us to build our foundation, to know that will never be a part of our conversation, never be a part of our discussions in whatever we have.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, one of the other non-negotiables is that we keep our families separated. And what I mean by that is our parents, we let them be parents. We, if we're discussing any type of situation, we don't bring our family in and say, what do you think about what Carlos did, and what do you think about what Katherine did?
Right.
And we keep that separate, because the truth of the matter is you move beyond those types of things, but your family, they'll remember that, and they'll bring that up at all times and at all costs. And so that has really been a strength in our relationship and helping us to move forward. So that's one of the second thing that we created in our relationship.
And then I think the last non-negotiable that we had is to always be in a community of couples.
Yes.
And you guys have been so strong for us, and such an example for us of a true marriage and true how to raise a family. And so we've always looked for a community that we can do life with, of married couples. And so anywhere we go, no matter what city we live in, we're going to always have that group or that dynamic with us. Yeah. So being that it's close to Valentine's Day, we have this wonderful packet called the Love Pack.
Yes.
And it is a 4-week exercises for husband and wife. And it's very simple and it's very easy, but it helps to strengthen the relationship, strengthen your communication between each other. So it gives you specific instructions on what you do every week, whether it's writing an affirmation or writing a letter or sending a compliment to your spouse, just to let them know you appreciate them and that you don't take them for granted. Katherine?
No, people think that they have a hard time sometimes communicating, and so it really is it helps you to be able to communicate and express words that you may sometimes have trouble saying, and we give you a guide. You talk about the qualities that you love in your spouse, and that's so important to us, and to be able to hear that.
What would it do to your heart if Toni actually wrote a letter to you?
And,
Or send you words of affirmation, Toni?
He knows that any little thing, I'm so sensitive and appreciative of every little, thing, especially when it comes from the heart. So
she would really love a letter too.
Exactly.
It's those little simple things that just mean a lot, that we sometimes just take for granted, and just the thing that you took the time out to do that can be impactful in your marriage and in your relationship.
There's so much power in words, and so when you give someone that gift of words and the expression and the context of what you put it in, it literally could leave a lasting impression on you.
Yeah, you're right.
So do you guys have a website that people can go to?
Absolutely.
Yes. It's powercouplesrock.com, and you can find our mission there, as well as the Love Pack and a couple of other products that we actually have to build and strengthen relationships.
And I'll leave links to that in the description tab, so you can go check them out, the YouTube channel and everything. So since we're all here, I thought, and Valentine's Day is around the corner, I thought maybe we could do a fun project together.
Exciting.
I'm going to take you in the other room and show you what I have planned, but it should be fun. We'll work in teams.
Okay.
And put together something that you guys could look at and remind you of your love for each other.
Oh, that's
perfect.
fantastic. Love it.
Perfect.
Love it.
No pressure. I'm not creative.
Yes, it'll be real simple.
I have no creative abilities whatsoever.
I'm creative, but not half as creative as you are.
Exactly.
Everyone can be creative.
Thank you.
So we'll go in the other room and put that together. Okay, guys, here we are. I have everything laid out. I have some rocks and shells and more rocks. I also have a frame. Okay. I have hot glue guns for everyone to work. What we're doing is a little couple's portrait.
Okay.
And we're going to create the portrait in hot glue pieces to this frame. I'm going to show you some examples of what we're going to do. We'll be using stones, shells, and other material to glue to a frame to create a portrait that represents us as a couple. And each couple will work together to create one beautiful image. So, everybody gets a glue gun.
Everybody gets a glue? I got my gun.
Got the glue
And
gun.
we have a frame piece.
Okay.
This big one is mine.
Oh, you got the power
I guess
gun.
we're like amateurs,
power
so we have to
gun.
use this.
Have to be careful. I'm a professional. So let's just move these up. And, and just come up with anything that you think might say you as a couple.
Okay.
Something, a little scene or a gesture of what feels like the two of you.
Okay.
Like we might do, Toni and I are always laid out on the sofa, wrapped up together. I'll see if I could do that in this picture.
I'm usually sleeping too.
He's asleep. I'm massaging him.
You're all wrapped up. Okay.
But I'm sorry, there are also backgrounds you can cut out and shells and twigs and just be creative.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
For this project, first you want to remove the glass from the frame. Then you can add a background by cutting paper or some sort of material into the shape of the frame's mat. Hot glue the background and mat together, close it into the frame. Then you can begin gluing pieces on top of your background.
Toni. copying that.
I didn't even see there.
You're copying our creativity. Our creativity.
I picked up these frames from Walmart for $4 each. And the rocks and shells and stones I got from Dollar Tree for $1 a bag.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I need to glue that.
So explain that to us. What does that mean to you?
So this, when I was looking at it, this actually represents our marriage in that we do a lot of praying together, and it's our star here that kind of guides us and leads us into how we should be living our lives and how we should always follow in the right path for our marriage.
Right. And we're Power Couple Rocks. So we're sitting on a solid foundation, and these rocks are an indication of what that foundation could be. You know, rocks are hard and solid, and that's where we're spending our prayer time.
And it can represent the foundation we're sitting on, so like faith and family, finance, future, fitness
and
fun,
yes.
friends.
Our 6 core areas.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. That's what they represent.
One of the things we love to do as a family is go to the beach, preferably on a Caribbean island. Tony's from Barbados, so.
But we love the beach, though. Anywhere near the ocean is so enjoyable for us.
Yes.
It's cleansing, sort of, and relaxing at the same time.
Absolutely.
And this represents to me just the time we have. Sometimes we'll go out alone when the kids are asleep or out, and just sit on the beach and kind of cuddle up.
Just listen to the waves break against the rocks.
Yes,
that's for sure.
yes. What
It's
a
so
wonderful
relaxing.
representation.
Well, this is a fun little project that you can do as a couple or a group. And this is something nice for Valentine's to give as a gift to yourself.
Absolutely, yes.
So thank you so much for coming to my home and doing a project with us.
Yes.
We always get together and we cook and eat and laugh and talk, but we never get to do a project together. So this was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was for us, and we appreciate you inviting us, and we have a takeaway that we're excited about that we can always look back at and remember this moment we shared. And who knows, we have some other projects we may come back and do.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for giving my viewers really important tips on relationships. You can visit Carlos and Katherine Green at powercouplesrock.com and on YouTube and Facebook at Power Couples Rock for really great steps to having a long, happy, and healthy relationship. Follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Snapchat at Your Hustle Home and Your Hustle Home TV for daily home, food, and gardening tips.